Everybody, it's Al from Boston. 9:38. Last video. It's going to be on limit orders. Okay. Limit orders. They're going to make it next to impossible to fill. You're going to try to put in a limit order at let's say you get to that number, 100,000, right? And that limit order has a spread. Make sure you check the spread. That spread could be very wide. Okay. Very, very wide. And I'm telling you right now, if you don't check the spread, you're going to get hosed down. And make sure that you're recording anytime you make a sell. Anytime you're making a sell, record it on your phone. If you have a screen recorder, whatever, but record it. Make sure they see the numbers. Everything's videotaped. That way, if there's a dispute later, we have the whole video on tape and we can hit them with it. Okay. So the most reputable brokers have the ability to see the spread, right? You get to see, what that spread looks like, if it's reasonable. This is during the squeeze. We're not talking about right now. We're talking about during the squeeze. If you're selling at $90,000 or $100,000 and the spread is at like 80 or 70, don't put it in. Wait. And let's say that number doesn't change. Let's say it's like $10,000 or $5,000. It's a huge spread. Don't put it in. Wait it out. They're going to do this, try to get you to sell early, to sell fast, and to sell low, right? If it's in reasonable boundaries, like maybe let's say it's $100 for every 100,000. Let's say you sell 100,000, and let's say the spread is 99,990 or something, and they make whatever some X amount of dollars off of you. Not a lot, but enough to wet their beak, right? Just to get their little tidbit. That's fine. No big deal. It's reasonable orders, right? And they're doing so much of them, they're going to be making so much anyway, so it doesn't matter. They're going to be making tons. But a reasonable order, something that you think is decent, right? If it doesn't get filled within 30 seconds of you hitting enter to a minute the most, cancel that order. What they're doing is they're going to let the market ride all the way up to like 150, and then they're going to sell your order at 100. So you lose 50,000. They make the in process the order. They keep $50,000 per share of your hard-earned money. Okay, brokers will do that. I expect it to happen. Expect to get shafted. All right, this is going to happen. If you go put in a limit order, right? These spreads that are out there, you're not paying attention. I'm telling you right now, guys, it's going to be a bad day. You're going to have a really bad day. Or if you don't want to put a sell order in, there's some guys that do the set it and forget it, right? Because they're going to be at work. And I told you what to do about that. Don't go to work that day. If you're going to sell AMC shares or GME shares, don't go to work that day. Cancel your job, or call in sick rather, and stay there and fill the order yourself. Okay. And if you do, let's say you are home and you want to call it in and call the broker directly, make sure you get trade confirmation. You talk to him about that spread and see what that looks like. We want to make sure that there is no fuckery with brokers, because they do these little tricks, right? They're trying to make out as much money they can off of dumb people. We're not dumb people. We're smart retail investors, right? So that trade confirmation is what we want to see. We want to see who filled it and at what price. We want to see who the market maker was, all that stuff. And they have to by law, right? The time and the date. There's a timestamp. You want to make sure that you see that. And there is a fair price execution slip that's out there. You can get that as well. And you'll know what the fair price is. They're going to tell you, no. You have to. They have to provide it. And let me tell you, if that kind of shit happens during a squeeze, and if you're like, let's say with like Webull or something, you have actual shares or no synthetics, you want to transfer to Fidelity, I would wait 2 days and pray to God and try to go that way. I mean, that's something I would do because I'm ballsy like that. But if that doesn't sound reasonable to you, you don't have to do that. But I'm telling you right now, if you haven't changed your brokers to the right people, it is what it is. And I had made a comment a couple of days ago regarding Fidelity. I understand now that, that meeting with Ken Griffin, we don't know what actually happened. Maybe I jumped the gun on this. I probably have, but I was really upset to know that they were doing the ETFs games and meeting with Ken Griffin. And, if you're comfortable with Fidelity, stay with Fidelity. Do it. You don't have to move. You know, where would you go anyway? It's too late. It's late in the game anyway. You know, where would we go? Everybody's gonna have to eat, including the brokers. And if anything, Fidelity probably has the most money out of all the other brokers because they've been doing this for like years. So they probably have the liquidity that you need. So that's a positive. That's a plus thing, right? So that's how you do the limit order, right? They're going to make it difficult in the beginning. They're going to want you to sell at their default, which is the market, which gives them all the control in the world. Be sure to record it, right? You want to record the transaction. Be sure to check the spread, right? If you don't have a spread on the sheet itself, call and find out what the spread is. If it's in a reasonable boundary, place the order, recording it, of course. And if it doesn't get sold and filled in 30 seconds to a minute, cancel that order. Wait for it to go up and retry again at the next whatever it is, or call the broker directly and do the same thing. Get the spread and get a reasonable boundary and have it filled through them. Okay, so that is how you place a limit order. Do not do set it and forget it. That's the most idiotic thing. They're going to absolutely hose you down because you are not there to stop them doing anything. Setting limit orders and walking away from your computer or your phone, like it's just going to execute and they're going to give you that price. They know when you put a set limit in, right? That's like you remember that scene in Jaws where the guy takes the lamb chop or the meat chop, he puts the hook on it and he just throws it in the ocean. That's like that. That's what that is. It's like when you really think about it, right? When you set the order, it's like they're just waiting to pounce on you, and they park those orders. They see all of them come in. They take and consolidate all the people that put their set it and forget it, and as soon as they get the chance to fill it at one price, and the other side buys it, and they make a boatload. So don't do set it and forget it broker limit orders. All right, place it yourself or call the broker directly. And if you need to, dial the phone number. All right, dial the phone number as you're processing the order and have them on the phone in case something goes wrong. And then you can do it again through them. And they might have better execution. They might have better execution quality. All right. So that's the limit order. I've taught you this. Now teach 10 people the same thing. Let them know what you've learned. Additionally, you know, and I always tell this, you know, we have a price, right? Whatever that price is for individually. I'm waiting for $1 million. I don't know what you're waiting for. Whatever that price is, and you're going to do a limit order and there's a spread there, you could avoid that by waiting. I mean, there's always that, but you have to be patient. A lot of people aren't, but I'm just putting that out there. You can reach astronomical heights if you're patient, right? Today I was, you know, said, oh, it's unreasonable. It's this, that, and the other. Listen, you're grown adults. You know what to do with your own money and how to wait. And if not, you don't want to wait, whatever. Not a big deal. But the money's there. All we have to do is just take it. Right. So that's all I have for you guys. Al from Boston signing off for the night. Good night.